Another one.
News from the Connecticut River Valley? NHPR's Brita Green's got it covered.
Keane's mayor cast a tie-breaking vote at the city council meeting to allow the event to go forward. Frank was charged with homicide in Grafton Superior Court Wednesday afternoon. Claremont Superintendent Middleton McGoodwin says the district will look at how well it's meeting its anti-discrimination.
Brita's reports and news from all over the state when you listen to WEVO Concord Manchester 89.1, New Hampshire's public radio, online at nhpr.org.
It happens in all manner of circumstances. Talking to that hyper-attractive person on the bus, getting ready for the big speech with potential investors.
Yeah, she's gonna take the wheel.
Radio show. You open your mouth to wax eloquent, but
they're gonna
say what
he's gonna pull them out.
And what comes out of your mouth are entirely different.
That's good.
Today on Step Judgment from WNYC Studios, we proudly present.
That's nice.
Step Judgment, cinema of sound, movies of the mind, storytelling with the beat. But after this break,
maybe just the three of them pushing.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Barbara Klein. President Trump is meeting at Camp David this weekend with several cabinet members and GOP congressional leaders to discuss their legislative agenda for this year. At a news conference today, Trump said DACA, which concerns immigrants illegally brought to this country when they were children, is on their agenda, as is a border wall. He also says he's open to talks with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, who he's frequently called Rocket Man. Earlier, the president took to Twitter in response to the new book, Fire and Fury, which includes statements attributed to some of his staff that describe Trump as unstable and unintelligent. Here's NPR's Tamara Keith.
He says, actually, throughout my life, my two greatest assets have been mental stability and being, really smart.
Going after something.
He ends this sort of long tweet series by saying, I think that would qualify as not smart, but genius, and a very stable genius at that.
Yeah, he's going to pull him.
Got a toe strap.
Iranian state media are reporting another day of large
he's got a nice hook up there.
NPR's Peter Kenyon reports both pro and anti-government events were held around that country today.
State TV focused on the pro-government marches, with footage showing large crowds in several provinces. Videos recorded by anti-government protesters showed those rallies continuing as well, despite a large police and paramilitary presence and an estimated 1,000 arrests since the protests began. Iranian media are also focusing on international criticism of the Trump administration, which requested a meeting of the UN Security Council to discuss the Iran protests. A number of U.S. allies questioned the motivation for the meting, and Iran's foreign minister called the move a blunder. Iranian officials say 22 people have been killed since the unrest began.
Aren't you glad it's him? He's got the right equipment.
The Egyptian government is preparing for Christmas celebrations tomorrow by Orthodox Christians. ISIS has frequently targeted Egypt's Christians, so the government is deploying 20,000 security forces to protect churches. As NPR's Jane Araf reports from Cairo, the main service this year is at a huge new church.
Here it is.
One of those attacks.
Easy.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi joined the Coptic Orthodox Pope and several thousand worshippers for a Christmas Eve service inaugurating the new cathedral. Sisi pledged to build the church after attacks at a Cairo service a year ago killed 27 people. It's in a new administrative capital he's building about 30 miles from Cairo. Worshippers were there by invitation.
See, I was sitting here. Yeah, I missed it when they went into the banking at first.
To the world. Jane Araf, NPR News, Cairo.
This is NPR. German Chancellor Angela Merkel begins her last attempt to form a new government
The kid's
tomorrow.
freezing to death.
As NPR's Soraya Sarhadi Nelson reports from Berlin, the talks will last 5 days, and if they fail, there will likely be an election.
He still hasn't learned his lesson. He's going so fast.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Conservative parties to join the new government.
Front-wheel drive only.
Barred from bringing their families to
All right. Good.